Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna give you a very heartfelt trigger warning. This article is absolutely hideous. It is extremely disturbing. You may not want to listen to this video at all. It is probably one of the worst articles that I've read through. Probably the worst article that I've read. It's absolutely shocking. So I will read through it. There's a link in the description. But sincerely, go wash your brain afterwards. Check out some nice videos. We've got Kinda Whatever, which we recommend. We've got At the End of the Day, Bella does live streams. We've got my political channel. I've not really been focusing on that recently. CIS Male. You might want to check them out. Go and watch some kitten videos, some puppies playing, anything to... Do not dwell on this subject. It's absolutely hideous. An Idaho couple were recently arrested in connection with a horrific child abuse case involving sexual assault and traumatic injury last week. New details about the case have emerged. This absolute fucking hideous, evil scumbag, C-word, Nicholas T. Branson, he's admitted... We'll see later in the article. He's admitted having abused this 7-week-old baby. The mother denies any allegations against her, but we'll look at that in a second. Nicholas T. Branson, this absolute scumbag, 26 years of age, stands accused of felony injury to a child and forcible sexual penetration by a foreign object. Hailey N. Harris, 26, extremely likely to be an equal fucking C-word, evil scumbag, hideous piece of shit, stands accused of felony injury to a child. Both defendants hail from Hayden in Idaho and were arrested on January the 21st, 2022 by deputies with the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office. I may pronounce that wrong, Kootenai. Scumbag and scumbag remain in jail on a $20,000 bail. That's all. Only $20,000, which is mandatory in this state unless one is accused of a crime that could result in the death penalty. Frankly, I believe there should be the death penalty for these crimes which they're alleged to have committed. He's admitted to it. I don't see why he shouldn't get the death penalty. That's my personal opinion. Some of you are going to share that, others perhaps not. But I would push for the death penalty for this absolute piece of scum. There's no reason for scum like him and like her, if she's also guilty. He's admitted it again. There's just no room for these people to be on this planet. Sorry, you can just, be turned into... mulch. Back to the article. The alleged victim in the case is a 7-week-old baby girl. In December, KCSO deputies responded to the Kootenai Health, a hospital in Coeur d'Alene in Idaho, after the agency received reports of the infant sustaining traumatic injuries that were said to be both significant and critical, and consistent with sexual abuse. After a month-long investigation, authorities executed arrest warrants and took the pair into custody, the pair of scumbags. Additional and recently released documents cited by the paper allege that a doctor who examined the child described her as suffering brain injuries, which are very specific to abuse and not seen in accidental head injuries. According to medical personnel cited by law enforcement, the girl suffered at least 14 fractures, including multiple fractures to both legs. Those court documents say that such injuries are likely caused by forceful grabbing and twisting of an infant's limbs. She's 7 weeks old, you fucking scumbags. But that wasn't nearly all the doctors found. Again, trigger warning, things are going to get worse. Additionally, doctors reportedly said the girl appeared to have sustained multiple rib fractures that likely occurred at different times. Those fractures are reportedly consistent with blunt force trauma and or squeezing. The girl also had liver damage that was said to be consistent with, again, blunt force trauma to her abdomen. These guys were fucking killing her. The girl also showed signs of bruising on her torso. Those bruises, doctors said, were patterned after a fist or fingers. She also reportedly had mouth injuries consistent with a bottle being roughly forced into her mouth. Medical staff at the hospital also told law enforcement there was evidence of trauma on the child's genitals. According to the KCSO, law enforcement collected evidence that included a bloody diaper and numerous allegedly telltale text messages between the pair of utter scumbags who, in my opinion, deserve the death penalty if they're found guilty. And there seems to be a heck of a lot of evidence going on, medical evidence. Okay, so there were telltale text messages. Here's a quote from the mother to the father. She won't stop ducking or fucking. She won't stop fucking crying. Harris, the woman scumbag, reportedly said to the father scumbag in a frantic string of messages on one day in December of last year. I'm going to freak out. I cannot handle it anymore. When questioned by police, the male scumbag, the father, allegedly admitted to causing some of the girl's injuries and to sexually abusing the newborn. He's admitted it. I mean, he's admitted to some of the girl's injuries. Fine, right, you're in jail or you get the death penalty. You're in jail for the rest of your life or the death penalty. One or the other. And you sexually abused a newborn. Okay, right, death penalty. We'll just go with death penalty. You've admitted it. Scumbag, you've admitted it. No trial necessary. I would just take them out to the back of the shed, metaphorically speaking, and if she is in any way guilty, if she in any way allowed this to happen, she can get it too. The mother, Harris, denied shaking or sexually abusing the child. The child abuse charges are punishable by up to 10 years. Is that all? That is not enough. The sexual abuse charge is punishable by life. Well, that's more like it, but, death penalty. Get the death penalty. Prosecutors are reportedly likely to request additional bail for the defendants in a hearing currently slated for next week. Okay, so prosecutors want the ridiculously low bail of $20,000 to be significantly increased. There's that article. As I've said, it is absolutely horrific. Probably the worst article I've read through. Certainly one of. It gives... Oh my God. It's just absolutely awful. Absolute evil. This guy deserves death. And the woman too. Obviously, prayers go out to the baby who we hope is going to get the best possible care, for the rest of her life, hopefully. And we wish the absolute worst for these two pieces of shit.